Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn the solo to Communication Breakdown by Led Zeppelin. So we've got a lot of crazy licks in this one, and it's just flying around all over the place. But just trying to follow along with me. We'll go phrase by phrase. We're in standard tuning here, and we're going to start out with a lick that's a little bit erratic. What you want to aim for is to always get this first bend in at the 14th fret on the G string. And then you just do this standard blues lick where you hit the high E string, 12th fret, and then pull off 15 to 12. So right this. And then he picks the 12 again. And then the next time you play the lick, instead of hitting the high E string of the 12th fret, you hit the B string of the 12th fret going up. So we go. And then the rest of the lick is the same. So we have this. And you repeat that 3 times. All right, so it does sound a little, sometimes I'll throw some kind of extra notes. He's just really kind of going for it here. So don't worry about it if you're holding down a few notes and you're letting things ring together, because that's how it sounds on the album anyway. All right, so from there, he's pretty much probably playing he does a bend on he grabs a high E string and does a bend on the G string at the same time. Now you can pick those with your strings. He's probably, you can just pick that with your fingers, or he's probably just kind of grabbing the note, doing the bend and having that high E string just happen to be there still. He's still holding it down. So you'll hear that, then you'll hear this lick. All right, so that's kind of a whole little phrase there. It's all connected. So let's go in there. After we're doing that release, that bend, then we're going to pull off from 14 to 12 on the G over to 14 on the D string. Then roll back over to the 14th on the G string, and then play the 12th with a slight bend on it. Then play 14, 12, 14 on the D. Then play 12, 14 on the G, and when you play that 14, you're going to do a whole step bend. That's going to go into a roll across the B string on the 12th fret to the high E string. All right, so far we had this. From there to the 15 on the B, back to that 12, back to that 15, and back to that 12 twice. All right, now we do a whole step bend at the 15th, then play 15 normal, then down, back to that 12, to 15 on the B, and back to that 12. All right, this ending phrase. All right, that's a bend there at the 14th fret on the G. Into that roll again off the B, from the B on the 12th fret to the B string 12th fret to the high E string 12th fret. Back to that bend and release. Pull off. And then play 14 on the D, 14 on the G, and then 12. And slide that down. All right, so all together there for that lick. All right, so from there we have this next phrase. All right, so we're gonna play it real quick, just muted a little bit on the 12th fret on the D string. Then you grab the 2 9s on the B and the high E string to 12 on the B, back to those 2 9s, and back to the 12, back to those 2 9s, and then you're gonna get over to the 3rd string and do a whole step bend and release on the 11th fret, and pull off to the 9. So we have this so far. All right, then go back to the 11s on the G string, hit that twice, to the 9, to the 11 on the D, back up, you're gonna grab the 9 twice, then the bend again on the 11. Let me just put that in context for you. All right, then you're gonna do that 11 again, a bend there again at least. Then grab the 12th fret on the B string. Take the 11, release, and pull off to 9. Over to the 11 on the D, roll back to the 11 on the G, and then the 9th fret twice. Okay, put that in context. Now you're going to shift back and do these. Now that's just a 10th fret bend on the B string. As you bend up, grab the 10th fret on the high E string, then pick them together, do the same thing. Kind of just doing that a few times, and then you're going to pull off 10 to 8 over to 9 on the G. Then play 10-8 again, 9 on the G, and back to the 8. Then you're just going to go on the 6th string, slide up to the 12th fret, and back down, and then hit the low E open. All right, then you have these chords in here real quick. You can do this with whatever finger is comfortable. Just, you're going to grab the 7th fret on the top 3 strings. As soon as you pick it, you slide to the 9th fret. Pick those 3 strings, and then pick it again and slide back down to 7. And pick it again. All right, so out of that we pretty much go back into the chorus and he continues to solo. Now we have this phrase with a bunch of unison bends. All right, so we're just going to be doing a whole step bend. This is all happening on the B and the G string. 11th fret on the G, whole step bend, and you're going to pick the 9th fret on the B twice. Then do the same thing 1 fret higher. Go 1 fret higher and just do the note on the G string, and then pick the note on the B string once, and then continue that up 1 fret at a time. You're going to continue that until your first finger's at the 17th fret. So you're starting here, the 9th fret, and the top note is pick twice, and then once, all the way up to the 17th fret. All right, so as soon as you get there, you're going to do a pull off from 20 to 17 on the B, and then do that unison bend twice. And then you have a whole step bend at the 20th fret on the B string twice. Then 17 on the B, 19 on the G, back to 17 on the B. So all together. All right, next phrase. All right, so we have a step and a half bend at the 19th fret up here on the high E string. And then you're going to play 19, 18, 17. Then 20, 19, 17 on the B string. Over to 18 on the G. Back to 17 on the B. All right, now we're going to grab this 18 on the G now to 17 on the B. And you can do a whole step bend of the 19th fret on the B string. While you're holding that, you're going to grab that 19 on the high E. Then bend, pick the B string again and release that bend. Pull off to 17. Over this 18 on the G. And then play 17, 19, 17 on the B. All right, so we have this. And you're going to end it with 2 bends at the 22nd fret on the high E string. Now I only have 21 frets on this guitar, but so I'm going to bend a step and a half here. But of course, if you just use the 22nd fret, you only have to do a whole step bend there. All right, so that's a pretty involved solo. It's really quick. A lot of stuff goes by really quick. But just take your time, practice it phrase by phrase like you just learned it, and then have at it, man. I'll see you again soon for guitarlessons365.com. Bye-bye.